All right. We all got everybody? All right. Well, good afternoon. My name is Thomas Leahy. I'm the acting city manager for Virginia Beach. I'd like to thank you for joining us as we're preparing for the arrival of Hurricane Dorian. Our team will be briefing you on the approaching conditions, our preparation, and how we plan to proceed. At the end, there will be time for questions. Our Emergency Operations Center, or as we call it, the EOC, will activate this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. It will be open 24/7 throughout this weather event. Non-essential City of Virginia Beach services and facilities will finish out the remainder of today's operations, but will be closed tomorrow. For our employees, we will be in a status condition that we call essential conditions beginning at midnight tonight. Virginia Beach courts and clerk's offices are also closed tomorrow, and Virginia Beach City Public Schools will be closed Friday as well. We are ordering mandatory evacuations for Sandbridge, voluntary evacuations for Zone A, and that is within the special or specific recommendations to all low-lying areas in Zone A that they consider strongly evacuating. Also, we are calling for a voluntary evacuation for those areas of the city that traditionally are impacted by major northeast storms, nor'easters, or tropical storm events with strong northeast winds. We will be opening 2 shelters. The Ed E. Brickell Academy, which I think was formerly called the Old Donation School, and Kellam High School. Both will open at 6 p.m. tonight. Our residents are reminded that they need to bring their own supplies to the shelters, toiletries, bedding, medicines, those types of things. In addition to the shelters, our housing resource centers will also be available for our homeless community. That is located at 104 North Witchduck Road. Pets will be welcome at the Kellam High School shelter, and the city's Animal Care and Adoption Center will also be receiving pets. At this time, I would like to turn this over to Deputy Manager Steve Cover, and he'll go into a little bit more detail about the city's preparation for this event.
Thank you, Tom. This storm has obviously got some increased potential to significantly impact our area. I want you all to know that we have been planning and preparing all week for this event. We did an emergency declaration on Tuesday. I want you all to know our number one priority is the safety of our citizens and our employees that work for the City of Virginia Beach that will be out during this storm. Public safety, our public safety departments and our operational departments across our city are fully staffed for the duration of this event. We've got many assets pre-positioned across our city to be able to deal with a myriad of problems that may occur. We are coordinating with our local, our state, and our federal partners across the region. We want to make sure that we ask you to please prepare yourselves, your family, and your friends for the potential impacts of this storm. Pay attention to the weather forecast. Pay attention to the information that we give you. We want to make sure that you are as prepared as you can be, number one, and number two, that you don't make the jobs of our public safety providers on the street during the height of this storm any more difficult than it will already be. Please take this storm seriously. As I said before, the increased impacts are going to be, the potential is going to be there. Hopefully, as we all know, the predictability of these storms are hard to nail down. We just want to make sure we're prepared for the worst, and you are fully prepared. We would like you to utilize our city website, vbgov.com. There will be a host of information on that website that you can access that will help you be better prepared for this storm. I'm going to turn it over now at this time to Erin Sutton, our Emergency Management Coordinator. She's going to talk to you briefly some more about the weather impacts and some of the preparations that we've been doing. Erin?
So just to let folks know, some key weather points that you need to be aware of. We're looking at sustained tropical storm force winds starting about 3 a.m. Friday and ending 5 p.m. Friday. The peak of the storm is expected to be between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Friday. Wind gusts, we could see wind gusts approaching 90 miles per hour. We are expecting 6 to 8 inches of rain with the possibility of 10 to 12 inches in isolated areas. Our high tide is expected to be between 2 and 3 p.m. That will be at the height of the strongest winds and heaviest rains and storm surge. We're looking at 4 to 6 feet of storm surge on top of 10 to 15 feet seas. And if you've seen of late, the tornado activity with this storm has increased significantly and is another area that we need to keep an eye on. So please heed these warnings. It's extremely important that you be vigilant, stay informed, and be prepared. We are expecting power outages as well that could cause significant issues for those folks if they do decide to get out on the road. With that, I stress to stay off the roads if at all possible. Storm conditions will make this extremely hazardous. Do not attempt to drive through floodwaters. Avoid walking through flooded areas, even if it's shallow. Standing water generated by a storm could contain things that are harmful to your health. Avoid downed power lines. We are expecting significant power outages. Secure items. Please make sure that you are securing the items surrounding your house. Make sure you're taking extra care to check in on your neighbors, the elderly, the young, and any of the infirmed as well. Please make sure that you are staying informed. Again, the shelter information, the shelters were open at 6 p.m. at Kellam and Brickell Academy. Also, the mandatory evacuation for Sandbridge will go into effect at 6 p.m. this evening. Finally, I do want to mention that if you have storm pictures, we are going to identify storm pics at vbgov.com. We'll put that address on our website, but it always will help. It always helps us to keep up on what we're seeing throughout these storms and improving our response. With that, I'll turn it back over to Mr. Leahy.
So we'll entertain some question and answers, and I'll have a few closing comments.
Let me ask Mr. Leahy, can you go over again the evacuation for Sandbridge, the time?
Sandbridge is we're implementing a mandatory evacuation effective 6 o'clock tonight.
And it was voluntary for Zone A, and were there anyone else?
It's voluntary for Zone A with a special emphasis on any of the low-lying properties in Zone A, and then any other areas of our city that have traditionally encountered flooding during nor'easter events or tropical storms with strong nor'east winds.
Has the city adopted any sort of policy with regard to rescues? Are you going to get to a point, if there is a lot of flooding and so forth, where rescues might be suspended for the safety of city crews?
I'll turn that over to Chief Hutchins.
Yeah, Dave Hutchison with the fire department. We have a saying that we've said for a long time, it's risk a lot to save a lot. So to say we're going to turn something off, I don't think that'd be the right way I'd look at it. We're going to stay as long as we can and do as much good as we can. So there's no real decision. We can't put aerials up when the wind gets up real high for fires, but short of that, we've got marine teams, the rigid inflatable boats, the hard sides with EMS and police. So we've got multiple units that can go in and get them, high water vehicles. So we're pretty well prepared.
Okay, well, thank you. So I would close by reminding all of your watchers and readers that they can call 311 by landline or 757-385-3111 by cell phone to get information about city services. Of course, for anything that is serious, threatening situations, emergencies, 911 for those situations. They can stay informed by tuning in to our city TV channel, VBTV, on Cox Cable 46, 47, and 48, or Verizon Fios Cable 45, 46, and 47. They can also monitor our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We have a brand-new VB alert system out that has just been implemented, and our citizens can stay informed on a lot of details on this storm if they will register to be a user at VB Alert, which they can do at vbgov.com. Anything else? Anybody want to add anything? All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.